End of this yoga flow, you will be feeling open and light and nice and flexible through the backs of the legs so that you can find a deeper forward fold. We'll start standing at the top edge of the mat and then roll our way down through the spine into a forward fold. So this is to test out how the legs are feeling. Bend the knees as much as you need to bring your belly to your thighs. You can see my legs are deeply bent. We'll feel a stretch in the backs of the legs. Just take that moment to check in, notice how the body is feeling today without judgment, and come into your breath as you hang out in the forward fold. And then very slowly from there, you can begin to round up to standing, leaving the head till last. And when you reach standing, just begin to swing the head around in a semicircle, just stretching through the back and sides of the neck. And then we'll interlace the fingers and reach the palms forwards and up to stretch out the arms and the sides of the body. Take a deep breath in and stretch up even further. And then we'll cross one ankle behind the other to really get that stretch down the whole side body and into the hip. Breathe in and then exhale to change sides, stretching the opposite direction. From there, release the hands and swan dive down all the way back to your forward fold position. We'll take some halfway lifts here. So as you inhale, lift the heart forwards, fingertips to the shins, almost create a cow spine here, tilting your forehead up and your tailbone up to flatten the back. This will feel so good down the backs of the legs. Exhale to bow forward and inhale to lift halfway up. We'll do this a couple more times, breathing in to lift halfway and then exhaling to fold back into the legs. With the breath, inhaling, lift halfway up, feel that stretch, and exhale to bow back down. And now planting the hands, walk back into your downward facing dog. So bring the feet towards the back edge of the mat and then just taking a moment to breathe and explore the downward facing dog position. You can try lifting one leg high and then lifting the other leg high, taking a three-legged dog, and then finding some stillness in the center and crossing the right leg behind the left to feel even more of a stretch down the calves. Lift and lower both heels, rolling onto the balls of the feet, up and down as you exhale. And then coming back into the center and crossing the other leg behind now and taking that little lift and lower with the heels again. Always noticing and working with differences on the two sides of the body. Now we'll look forward, reach up and back with the right leg and then scoop it through underneath you to come to a low lunge position. Here, just feel that amazing stretch through the left hip flexor and then keeping the chest nice and lifted, make your way back to a half split, not rounding the spine, but continuing to keep that flat back shape. Breathe in now, come forward to your low lunge again. And then exhale, slide it back to your half split position. Again, with the breath, inhale, come forward. And now we'll heel toe the right foot out to the right outside edge of the mat for a lizard position. You can try different variations here. So you might like to reach back for the left foot with your right hand to really get deep into the hip flexor. And if you're open in the hips, you can come all the way down onto your left elbow. Look up towards the sky. Of course, just staying up on the hands if that's what you need today and you're feeling tight in the lower body. Trying to focus on your breath here as much as you can. Let the breath help you to melt into the position. And now with your next exhale, release the bind with the hand and the foot and place that right hand back down. From here, we're going to make our way into a pigeon variation. So bring your right shin parallel with the top edge of the mat and place your hands firmly in front of it. If you can come all the way down with the hips, then you can do that, but really try to keep that front knee at a 90-degree angle so that we really get into the glute and the piriformis here. And just keep melting down towards the mat, trying to keep your hips square and breathing deeply as much as you can. Another deep breath in now, and as you exhale, step your way back into a plank. We'll take a vinyasa coming through chaturanga and then flipping onto the tops of the feet for upward facing dog, and exhaling to move back to downward facing dog. Ready for the other side, lifting the left leg as high as it can go. Step it forward all the way between the hands and come to your low lunge position. Just take a moment here to breathe. Feel that stretch in the right hip flexor, keeping the hips square. And then as you exhale, slide back to your half split and move with the breath. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, slide it back. And again, coming forward. And exhale, move it back. Keeping that nice open chest, flat back position. Keeping the hips square and staying with your breath. Now we'll come forward again to the lizard position, bringing the left foot to the outer edge of the mat. Start by just rocking back and forth here, feeling that stretch on the right side now and into the left glute. And then taking any variation that feels good for you today. So maybe reaching back for that back foot and opening the chest out if that was what you liked on the other side. Or you could try something different on this side. Again, if you're very open, you can come down onto your right elbow to really get deep into that right hip flexor now. And you can drop your head down towards the mat or look up towards the sky. Just allowing your breath to help you melt into the pose. And then as you exhale now, come back up, heel toe the left foot across the opposite edge of the mat and come to that funky pigeon variation, making sure to keep the front shin in line with the top edge of the mat to really get deep into that stretch, coming all the way down with the hips if you can. You can see I'm very tight here in the hips, so I'm not coming all the way to the mat. Just take it to where suits you, where feels good on your body. And then we'll tuck the toes under the back toes and reach up and back into our three-legged dog again. Flow through your vinyasa, half push-up position, upward facing dog as you inhale, and back to downward facing dog as you exhale. Once again, we'll reach the right leg high, bring it forward into a lunge, and this time rise up into a high lunge position. From there, place the fingertips down at the top of the mat and kick up into a standing split position. Testing out your balance here, finding that strength in the standing leg, and then really point the toes of that lifted leg, and even option to bring the right hand around the back of the right calf to get you even deeper into the stretch. Step back from there into your high lunge once again, and we'll transition through a nice strong vinyasa, upward facing dog, and back to downward facing dog. Left side now, reach the left leg up and back, reach it high, and with control, bring it all the way forward, step it between the hands. Finding that high lunge, nice and strong through the legs, rise up to your high crescent lunge, finding your balance there, and then launching off the front foot to make your way up to your standing splits. Really press into that top heel. You can even lower your heel towards your glute and then lift it up again, finding that strength in the glutes to really bring that stretch into the back of the left leg. And one more time, extend. And now from there, we'll simply step forward to the top of the mat, coming back towards our forward fold position. As you breathe in, bring the fingertips to the shins and take a forward fold just so we don't get dizzy. And then fold back down into the legs. Test out that forward fold again, keeping your lower belly glued to the thighs, but see if you maybe don't need to bend the knees as much as you did at the beginning. Just notice how it feels and take a couple of deep breaths here in the forward fold. And then slowly begin to roll it up to standing, one vertebra at a time. Coming back up to standing at the top of the mat. Now would be a great time to try a longer flow or maybe a core focus flow. So I will link some on the screen here. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I'm posting every week. I hope you have the most beautiful day. I will see you very soon.